Alright, I just took a short break at the home stretch here. See that? At the very end. Just gonna, because I have to go back through and paint all this, so I'm not going to be able to go directly to copying all the chunks and pointing them over, but we're getting closer. I want you to be able to see that. And half the time I get so excited I know I'm almost done that I forget to record anything, so. And get all these squares evened out. I noticed from a distance they look kind of like icebergs or something. It's kind of funny. I'm not leaving them like that though. It doesn't look right in the game. Not when everything else around it is smooth. So, just smoothing it all out. It's all very long and tedious and slow, I know. So, a friendly guy named Peter from Germany made a very short video showing the basic concept of how to do this, so I guess I'm making the epic version, the long, detailed epic. The probably nobody will ever want to watch, showing how it works. Just a lot of work. I don't know why I'm making all this video. I don't even like to watch a 3-minute video on YouTube. Here I am making a 4-hour video on live stream. Maybe it'll help someone. I know we had a terrible, terrible time finding any instructions whatsoever on how to do this. We finally found, like I said, one guy in Germany who finally showed us how to do this. It's like, I don't know, maybe I'm divulging trade secrets here by making these videos for you. You better learn quick before they shut us down. I don't know. I think maybe people just don't have time or just don't think about it, or maybe they're all smarter than I was and I just couldn't figure it out without somebody helping me, but I had to have help. And since it was so hard to find help, I made this video to share, so other people will be able to get the help they need more easily on how to make a seamless terrain. Because it is Bigworld after all. It's supposed to be a big world, and that's what we wanted to make. We wanted to make a big world. Not a little world. Not a one-zone world, but a big world using actual satellite data for the actual contours of the actual Earth. It's not perfect. It's, obviously, I mean, you've seen I add mountains places. I take mountains out of places. It's definitely not perfect, but it's close. And that is what we're going for. We are definitely going to end up having to load the 4 corners there and fix those corners. That will be another tutorial entirely. Alright, save. I'm at the end. Did you see that? That's the end. Now, painting. You thought it was over, didn't you? It's not over. So now we're going to cover over a lot of this. Make our snow-capped mountain tops. Because I like them. And also because it helps me find squares that I don't like. So it's double purpose. Alright. And then we do need to grab some of this and find some rock faces and paint that in. Notice I use a very soft brush, strength 4, that puts nice soft edges around the sides. Probably should have some sheer rock face, doesn't it? And what to do about this? I think it's too much rock. Snow likes to go in the valleys. You know how snowdrifts like to fill up all the crevices? Well, they like to do that in the mountains too. Yes. Good night. Love you. I think it's okay if people know I love my husband. Alright, so we have he has to go to bed. He works in the morning. We are a one-income family, and his job supports us. Visions does not support us. Visions costs us money at this point in time. Definitely doesn't support us. Visions costs us a lot of money. So, we need him to work. He's a good worker. He's very faithful. Even when he doesn't like his job, he still goes to work. He's a good provider. I see. So rocks are in the valley where the snow should be. That's why that looked wrong. And there's no... Okay. Now then we can put rocks on the cliff faces. Maybe a little more snow over here, eh? I don't know, maybe there's not this much snow in Cyprus, but we'll pretend there was 2,000 years ago. Drastic climate change in Cyprus. Everybody, let's go skiing. Finding the Romans had all kinds of technology. Maybe they had skiing too.
So, I found out one really annoying thing.
I haven't actually researched it. I have no idea. They probably did. Not that hard to figure out how to slide down the snow, is it?
Like, not
If
just
you fall down, you slide.
Come on, you bait me. You guys who
Gravity.
You guys who start swearing at me.
Not too hard to figure out.
As they die. That was pretty sure he was actually swearing at me. And I don't think it's too.
Lots of tedium. Figuring out what to paint where. Trying to make it look realistic. Knowing it will never look completely realistic. Trying to figure out, okay, what's good enough. This is where a little bit of art skill is required, or at least study of photographs, which I have. I have noticed that the rocks, cliffs tend to show the rocks, whereas the snow tends to accumulate both on the peaks, which I'm not completely sure why, as well as in the valleys. So we try to not have too many rocks. Whenever there's valleys. And sometimes you have to use the rocks to outline stuff too, so to show where ridges are helps make it more defined. I use the right mouse button and the WSAD keys to swivel around in different directions while I'm flying around the zone. Definitely a two-handed job. I don't know what I'd do if I was to lose use of one of my hands. I would probably go insane. I don't think I could do it. I don't know. I hope I don't ever have to find out. That would be really, really hard. I read about soldiers that have lost a hand in battle. They miss their playing in their old games. And some company developed some method for them to be able to play their old games that required two hands to play. I guess I'd probably start looking into something like that if I had to. Until then, I praise the Lord that I have use of both my hands. I may hurt from the hips down, but I've got use of both my hands, and that's what I need to be able to do this work that God has sent me to do. So I do it, and I'm thankful that I can. I am not convinced that looks right. That doesn't exactly look right to me. I'm pretty sure that's not right. Too much greenery at the top of the mountain. What is that? Some other kind of rock. I wonder if we have more rock like that on the other side. Maybe I should be using some of that. I'll go put some in up here. Maybe it'll look better than this. It does kind of look better, doesn't it? It doesn't look as stark. I just alt-click to change my brush there. Had people ask me, why do you keep praying for your husband to be saved? Why don't you just let him believe whatever he wants? But it's really because I don't want to spend eternity without him. I don't. Believing whatever you want, it doesn't get you to heaven, you know? It's not just about believing whatever you want. It's about eternity. Eternity is at stake. It's about loving him enough to pray for him and want him to go to heaven. I don't want him to spend eternity in torment. I don't want anybody to spend eternity in torment. Pain I feel in my ankle, that's enough. My back, my hips, my legs, my head. I have enough pain in this life. I think we all do. Your pain probably looks different than my pain, but we all have. We have enough already. We don't need more. This is enough. I kind of like this blue rock a little better than that brown one, don't you? I like it a lot better. It looks more frozen. The brown mixed with snow is not quite right. Maybe I'm just not using it at the right resolution. If I change the resolution, it might look better. But kind of liking this blue rock. Blends in nice. Looks like rock. And it looks frozen. It's pretty good. Oh, I need to say, I've done a lot of painting there. Alright, and I see circles in the ground that I don't like. Let's see if I can get them out. It shouldn't look as if a floor buffer has gone through the mountains polishing things. It's not quite the look we're going for here. All right. No, I don't have a Wacom. I'm just using a regular mouse. I had one. It was like one of the originals or something, and like it was stupid. You couldn't not be painting. If it was on, it would be dragging a line all over the screen, and that was kind of useless, so I didn't use it. Alright, how did that work? Somehow I just painted the back side of that mountain. That was weird. Okay. Yes, I'm yawning. I'm tired. I should probably go to bed with my husband, but I'm tired and I want to finish this. I don't know about all these flowers on the top of the mountain. I'm probably the one that put them there too. And now I'm thinking, I'm not sure that was the best idea. That is the blinding snow. It's the wrong colored snow. There we go. Oh my, that's a lot of mountains to paint. is a deep valley. We will put our snowflowers down there. I'm putting them down there because I figure they're probably a lower elevation and protected. Of course, it doesn't follow with the snow drift theory, but because it's so low, I think it might work. I have no idea what's on the other side of that mountain because I haven't worked in that zone as much. We'll find out, I guess. That looked a little brown. Don't want that brown there. Brown. It's a bad brown. Alright. I don't know what else to say. I'm out of words. Not terribly good at monologuing, I guess. Mostly I just sit here in silence. I don't listen to music. I've had people say, what's your favorite music to listen to when you're working? I'm like, silence? I prefer silence. I had headaches for so long. noise-triggered headaches, but I just prefer silence. I don't get headaches quite as often anymore, but I would still rather just have silence. Introduce this other rock here. Comes in down the road. Maybe at some point we'll be able to actually associate mining different types of ore with the type of texture that's on the ground. So try to pay attention to that sometimes. Think about it like, how are we going to do that? Maybe they'll do it like this. So anywhere there's a blue rock, then they'll get copper, and anywhere there's brown rock, maybe they'll get, I don't know, iron. And maybe whenever there's silver rock, they'll get bauxite or silver. Things like that. I don't know how we're going to do it. We don't have it coded in yet, so I don't know what the programmers are capable of doing. I don't know if we're going to have to assign it to this chunk produces this, or this texture produces this, or this zone produces this. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. I'm not a programmer, so I don't know how to do it. Want to happen, but I don't know if that's what I'm gonna get. I write the design documents and hope they can make it work, and if they can't, then we figure out something that might. Sometimes I just sit here and pray silently. I don't know what you do when you're working. Sometimes I just think about my kids or my friends or my parents, my family. Sometimes I think about people or things I've read. Sometimes I think about things I have to do. I don't know what I should talk about. I really don't. I think, however, getting to a point where I might be able to port this in. As I said, the most important part is the center line, because we can't adjust the center line once it's in the game. But we can adjust some of this side stuff, so that's not. As long as I've got the center line right. I might not. I might have to come back and fix it, but I'll try not to. Once it's in, it stays that way. Okay, we're getting close. Look at that. And let's put some of this other blue stuff on here. I think it looks better. Get rid of this going to get rid of all of it because obviously it's in there and we want it to match, but alright, we got 3 kinds of rock here. See that? Brown rock and gray rock and blue rock. Going through, trying to make it look good. As good as I can, anyway. I don't know. Maybe not that one. Maybe that way. Maybe the blue rock doesn't look as good in the lower levels as it did in the upper levels. It's ice rock. Not so good next to the foresty stuff. But I want it to blend, so I'm putting a little in here. I don't want it to be just like all of a sudden, oh, have some new kind of rock. It's kind of silly.
I wasn't playing any questions earlier. You said next to that. You can ask what you can use her.
Alright, I think we have us. You see those orange words? Those orange words tell me there's still brown texture in here somewhere. Where is it? I may never find it. I don't know. There. rid of it. I don't know where it is. Alright, I think we're done though. I'm gonna call it done. It's now 11 p.m. I've been working on this all day long. And I want to go to bed. But I also want this to be done. Maybe if I give it one more hour, maybe I can finish. I'll at least show you how to. So basically we do again, we go to the terrain selector. I'm going to go back to position 1, which I have designated the east edge is position 1. So we copy the Corian side. And we edit selection as prefab. What's it doing? Is it going to crash or what? I'm going to call it B3 because I'm paranoid that way. So that's the original, and then B301 Corian North Edge. That's going to be our second. So we go 3 blocks more. Obviously the 3 tells me how many spaces there are, right? And 01 is position 1. So 1, 2, 3. Prefab. Prefab. B. Save. One, two, 3. Edit. Save prefab. Prefab folder. Should be able to be. Oh, it's going to be way far away, isn't it? Okay, we'll just do. Have to be careful. This is 3, so it would be B3. One, 2, 3. Save selection as prefab. I gotta do it this way. I'm gonna mess myself up. Okay, so there it is. So we're doing 4. Save. Tired, I can't count. Been up too long. Didn't sleep enough. I'm too tired. Too much pain. And I'm not anywhere near as much pain as my mom's in. I have no right to complain. So many more people in more pain than I am. I'm a wimp. That's really what it is. I'm a wimp. So I do all the Corians first, that way I don't get confused. Then I'll go back and do Marion. If I try to do both at the same time, it confuses me and then I mess stuff up. And that's never happy. So it's number 6. Save. And 1 shift click. Shift click. It's not shift, it's control. Anyway, control click. Prefabs. Click, control click, control click. Prefabs. 8. Click, control click, control click. Prefabs. 9. Save. Click, control click, control click. Prefabs. And 10. We're halfway through the Corian side. It means we are 25% done with saving the modified prefabs. 1, 2, 3. So, matter of persistence. A lot of persistence and determination, and a little bit of insanity involved in game development. Save. Control click, control click. Save. Click, control click, control click. Save selection as prefab. 14. Getting there. Click, control click, control click. 15. Getting closer. Everyone we save is one step closer.
Why is everyone trying to give me?
Click, control click, control click. Prefabs. Click, control click, control click. 17. 3 more on this side. Click, control click, control click. Save as 18. Click, control click, control click. Edit, prefab. $19. This is the last one. Click, control click, control click. Yay, I didn't miss any. It's always a clincher. Waiting to the very last one to find out if I did it right or not. 20, save. And we can do it backwards. Prefab. Okay, so I was debating if I wanted to do it a little bit differently. I guess not. B20. Click, control click, control click. Prefab. E19. Click, click, click. Prefab. $18. Click, control click, control click. Marion 17. A drink of water. Click, control click, control click. Marion 16. Click, control click, control click. Marion 15. Click, control click, control click.
Wow.
Marion 14.
I just need a VIP, and there's a ocelot, a blaze, and a squid. Without
Control
dying.
click, control click.
Without dying. An ocelot.
It looks like I was gonna do some more painting there, but I didn't.
That's great for me.
I guess I got too tired, huh?
A squid and a blaze. I beat them as a chicken without dying. And I didn't confuse
Oh.
names.
Alright, so Marion
I think all
13.
I really ever used was my soul and my ancient. Sorry.
Click, control click, control click. Marion 12. Just 12 left. Something there still has a non-alpha texture. That is wrong.
Faster jet and magic.
Alright. I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm trying to see, how do I memorize it? So it's this block here with the 2 green patches. That's block 1. But there are squares there that I cannot allow to stay near that close to the center. Just Can't do it. Especially not so close to a path. With no real rocky formations here, just forest floor. Yeah, that would be bad. Alright. I think it's better. Better save it again, I guess. And terrain. Click. Control click, control click. Yeah, I guess I better fix that too. Like I said, I don't need those scrub brush effects on there. Look, a perfect circle in the middle of the forest. How did that happen? Yeah, probably not. Alright. Let me try again. Click, control click, control click. Prefab. And we find which one it is. It's B12, I think. Yes. B11. And now we only have 10 left. We are 3/4 done saving the prefabs. Click, control click, control click. Halfway through the Marianne side. That is 10. 10 and 9, 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4. Started that too low. Click, control click, control click. Using too high pitch though. I'll wake up my husband, so I guess I won't sing. Sorry. Prefab. In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, just 9. Click, click, click. Fab. And 8. Click, click, click. Seven. Click, click. 6. Just 5 more to go. Starts to feel longer and longer and longer, doesn't it? Well, it does to me anyway. Five. Click, click, click. Four. So why don't I just save the whole thing all at once? Well, Bigworld doesn't like that. In fact, I did them in 5s last time, and about a third of the time it didn't like that either. 3s seem to work. It does not like loading several blocks at once. It would lose them, it would load them wrong, it would forget data. It just doesn't like it. But it likes 3 or less, apparently, is okay. That's why I do 3. I had all kinds of trouble loading prefab terrain chunks before, so click, click. This is the last one, unless I've done it wrong. Did I save any wrong? Oh, there's Marion 2, and this is Marion 1. We're there. Okay. One last save for good measure. And then we exit this puppy. Open space. Let's start with Marion, if I can find it. Where is it? There's that village. Okay. As you guessed it, we are going to open assets and prefabs, and we're going to find all those that we just saved and load them in. And this is the 20 position, so we will start with Marion 20 and watch it fall down to the ground. And I think we should save after each load this time, because this is one of the points when it had trouble. If I load a whole bunch and go back before saving, then some of them will be lost. So if I load and save and load and save and load and save, I think it will be okay. Save. That's the plan anyway. Seemed to work before when I did it that way. So there is actually a rough ridge here. Fascinating. Wonder why that's there. Well, it won't be for long. We'll fix it. That looks wrong. Why is it like that? That can't be right. I just did 20, 19, 18, right? This should be right. It's not right. Why isn't it right? Uh-oh. Not already. I can't be wrong already. How can it be wrong already? Don't want it to be wrong. One, two, three. Okay, Marianne. One, two, three. 19, Marianne. Okay. One, two, three. So that would be the 2 mark. And 18 should go there. And it's wrong. What did I do wrong? Oh, forget it. This is the hard part, see? This is where it's probably too late and I need to go to bed and do this when I'm not so tired is what this is. So we go back to our empty workspace. And we go to navigation, and we go to midpoint work area, move to, and we find the ocean, and we find out, why is it doing this? I should not be doing this. Alright. One, two, three. Feathers. And 20. So I didn't save over anything because it's the first time I've seen that. 1, 2, 3. B19. I feel like I'm playing bingo. B19. Yes. And 1, 2, 3. Prefab. So you all probably watched me do it and you're like, you're doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong. Well, one, two, three.
Theory.
17. Alright, let's hope that's enough.
That was like
Let's skip to 18, shall we? See if that fixes it. It does not. What's the problem here? One. Two. Three. It's not working. Something is just plain wrong. I don't know why it's not working, but it is upsetting me. Let's find out if the whole rest of the thing is wrong or if it's just that one block. Well, this one time, a couple different times I had to load that properly. Usually I'll fix it when that happens. It did. Not suppose that'll fix it there though, will it? Nope. It's just wrong. And that's wrong too. Look at that. It's wrong. It's all wrong. I wonder if it's this huge, massive discrepancy here. Wondering if I cut all that out, if that would fix it. See, it's never easy. Never, ever, ever is easy. Ever. Like, never. Never. Never is easy. Never goes the way you want. Never goes like you think it should. It's just never easy. It actually comes in a little east of Marion there. I thought it'd be west of it. Interesting. It's first I've seen where the path comes in. Didn't know what that was gonna look like. Now you'll see all this, now all that carefully painted zone. Now we have to make the rest of the zone match it. That was just one little strip. Now we have the whole zone to paint. And it has to match this edge. We can't just make it look different, it has to match. The rest of this is working. It's just the ocean that's having issues, so I can deal with that. And one. So again, I've worked on this about 20 hours, and that was just to make this edge strip. All that out there has to be fixed also. I think Saloy is here. The city of Saloy goes in this plane here. Hasn't been built yet, obviously, but that's where it's going to go. So all this, to fly over it, make sure it's all still there and matches up. And let's see, is it going to fix for me? Yeah, I think so. Good. Save it again, be sure. Alright, we're going to try my idea. Make this a lot bigger. I'm going to push it out. That is not exactly what I want to do. More like that. It might be too big of a brush.
It's the award.
What would be funny is if you did like a cow or something, like you sort of just watches it now.
There was actually this video I saw where someone this guys they were pretending they were chicken. And these people, someone else put them in the chicken pan and tried to free the chicken and now the chicken wasn't hurt. That is so they like went back into their house and the guy killed the other chicken and they killed two chickens. This one died. How many cheese did we have again? Was it also not eaten?
What would be funny is
I think
if
that was what's going
So you see here, I'm actually editing out this terrain because I think the depth of the terrain was messing up my thing. I could be wrong. Could be totally wrong. But I think that's what was happening. So, fixing it. Messing up some terrain features there, but at the moment I don't really care because this all has to be way, way deeper anyway. This is all way too shallow. So we'll fix that as we go. go ahead and just edit all this and try and make it sort of blend right now. Then I'm going to go back through and I'm going to put those things in again and try it again and see if it works better. Because right now this is not going to match, and it has to match. It has to match up. It just has to. So we will do what we can, and we will try to make it match. This is all broken at the moment. I call this broken. It's not working as intended, therefore it is broken. So, several few places broken, so I'm going to try and fix it. Sincerely hope this works. I need it to work. I didn't actually need that to go down. All right. Here we go. Let me try again. Let's see if making a shallow, making an evenly edged basin works. Yes, I am using the B20. It should work. So there's 1, 2, 3. And Marion 19. 1, 2, 3. And 18. It doesn't work. Alright. So we go back. 18 is broken. So we're going to break it up into tiny little bits. And see if we can convince it to work that way. Does that. So this is how you sweet talk it when it doesn't want to do what you want it to do. This is where the level of insanity comes in. Remember I was telling you there's a little bit of insanity involved? This is the insanity. It's where you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, and you actually get them. Usually. I've gotten them in the past. Let's hope I get them again, because I need them right now. Alright, so we're going to stand here. We're going to go to our terrain selector. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 20. 1, 2, 3, 19. 1. Save. Prefab. $18. Marion. $18A. Prefab. 18B. 16C. One chunk at a time. And we will see if that works. And since it was a problem all the way up, we're going to do this all the way up. So I don't have to load this again. So that would be 17. Marion, 17.
Bad chicken.
A.
Nowhere.
17B.
E and I go.
17C. And this will be 16.
So, Raven, do you like what I am?
16A.
Right here. You're getting cute.
16B. C and remove, and that will be 15A. Remember I told you naming was important? Super, super important. This is why. When it decides to be fussy, you're able to keep track of where you are.
What, how the table isn't actually tamed?
15C. I think the rest of that was okay, so do save. Open. Move to. One, two, three. 2, 3. So that should be the edge of 19. That should be the edge of 18 right there. Alright, I have to load the new prefabs. So it's not working. This is unbelievable. It's just loading it all down.
So you're flapping your wings a little bit, but you can't fly. Where are you?
So 19 is there. 18. I don't know.
It even has sound effects.
I'm gonna save and exit and call it good. It's 1:45 and I'm all done. Maybe it will miraculously work tomorrow. Tonight it is not cooperating and I'm all out of ideas. I don't know why it's not working. Good night.